Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to an episode of Dear Bossy. I feel like we haven't done one in a while.
I was thinking we haven't done these in a while. You've been rocking the solo episodes lately.
Solo episodes, an interview.
Yeah.
Just really switching up the format. I like to keep people on their toes. I don't ever want them to know what type of episode they're going to get.
No predictability.
But a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
You know, I think it's that they need to like let go of some control, you know?
Okay. Do they need to or do you need to?
This is a lesson, a learning, an opportunity to lean into the bigger lesson that we're trying to teach you as it relates to leadership and your team and being a business owner and like removing yourself from the day-to-day is like you have to let go of some control and like you don't need to always know exactly everything that's happening. And this is one of those things.
Okay. Well, I love it. I'm excited.
And yeah, it could be about me too, but it's really just about being loosey-goosey with our schedule sometimes, and that's me.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, it's easier for me to record solo today, so let me just do that. And I talked about that on my episode that I recorded. I was like, it's honestly requiring me to like really strengthen that muscle again because I've gotten so used to having you as my emotional support podcasting friend and companion that it feels a little scary sometimes to solo podcast. But like I used to solo podcast all the time. Like I'm a big girl, I can do it, but I need to like flex the muscle. And so the more I do it, the better it feels, the braver I am, you know?
Yeah, but don't do it too much because I like podcasting. So
I would never.
Like, don't do it too much, okay?
No. I'm just also trying to like create a good backlog of episodes, which we do not have right now, which then makes your job harder. So I'm like, it's easier for me to like, you know, just let me just record one. I got 30 minutes between my next call. Let me just record it.
Yeah.
So, and I also got to record it on days that I already have my face
hair and makeup done. Yes, exactly. Now I don't have to do hair and makeup tomorrow.
Female tax, you know?
I mean, we actually don't have to. And to be fair, I have like the minimum amount of makeup on possible today. Like I would have this on regardless. This is my normal makeup.
Look fresh and beautiful.
Thank you.
I feel you. Yeah, I don't have to do it. And honestly, my makeup takes 5 minutes because I only do 5-minute makeup. Like I don't put on a lot of makeup.
Same.
And if I
eyebrows, mascara.
Yeah.
Little concealer. And a lip to record, but I don't normally wear a lip, so.
I don't either. I mean, I've been wearing this lip, which is like, it's not my normal, it's called a water vibe tint. Because it's such a bright color, I feel like it looks like a major lip, but it's not really. It's like literally like a tint.
Like a tint. It looks really good. It's definitely in your color family, summer. Very bright summer.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Trying to learn my colors. And it's actually been very helpful. So funny you say that. This outfit I had on for the day, like this is the color of the shirt.
Yeah.
And I got on to record and I was like, nope, that's not my color. It would like really made my face look more red or I don't know. It was just like, it was not going
not
well.
your jam. Yeah.
I
feel you.
I was like, let me put on a blue shirt.
Yeah.
And an orange. Like I had an orange on earlier when I was recording solo and that was fine. But this red, like I think I look better in a bright red, but this maroon red was a no.
It's not for you. Yeah, because that's more of like a fall color. And you're a summer.
Okay.
And I'm a light spring, which means I shouldn't be wearing black, but that's never going to happen. So
it's neither here nor there. That's not our, it's none of our business. So
yeah.
All right. Well, are you ready to jam?
Yes. Yeah. Let's do it.
We got work to do. So we're going to talk Dear Bossy, which is where we find a question or you as a listener submit a question to us. And then we give our opinions, our advice, our judgments. You know, we just really don't hold back on what we think about this. And this one is very interesting.
I found it and I was like, oh, we have to talk about this.
We have to talk about this. Yeah. Okay. So here's the question / situation, if you will. It's more of like a situation.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do some commentary on it because I'm really interested in your thoughts and everybody else's. I want people to chime in the socials on this one as well, because I think there could be two very different camps of what people think here. So the headline is like, I asked my manager a simple question. He sent me this. And the person says, I'm not a very techie person, but yesterday I had a quick question and my manager was walking me through some stuff on Zoom. So I asked him what the best way to convert a Word doc to a PDF was. He told me to wait until after the call and he'll send me a link. He sent me this, which is a link to something called letmegptthatforyou.com. I left the office right after and didn't show up today. So for anyone who's not familiar, we can put the link to this in the show notes, the letmegptthatforyou.com, so you can see what it goes to. But there used to be a website called like Let Me Google That For You. Mm-hmm. Similar, same concept, right? Like basically it brings you to a web browser that just shows you how to type in your question to the internet. So what this manager is basically saying is, don't ask me, like go ask the internet how to turn a Word document into a PDF. So I'm so curious as to, you know the AITA threads?
Yes. Yeah.
On like Reddit or whatever. It's am I the asshole, basically. Yes. And I feel like this is one of those. Like, am I the asshole or are they the asshole?
Yeah.
Right?
So here's the thing. First of all, I hate this person, the manager.
Okay.
Because so they were already on a call. This person's established they're not great at tech. They're already on a call where she's being walked through certain things. Mm-hmm. And all the manager needed to say was like, oh my gosh, so easy. You just hit file, download as PDF, 2 seconds, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And instead proceeds to send them, because I actually clicked on the link, it proceeds to send them the most like passive aggressive, condescending, like the ask, let me GPT that for you. The responses it gives are incredibly passive aggressive and condescending. It's not even just like a link to like, here's a video on how to do this.
It's basically like it even talks through, like we can share the exact link that it sent to the person, because it basically says like, you're basically an idiot for.
You're an idiot. Yeah.
And
does like AI talk, AI speech in it, right? Which is so whatever. So that to me is just like the absolute, it's so embarrassing. And I would not be able to work for somebody who chooses to take that aggressive of a path, right? On the flip side, I saw a comment the other day that was like, am I the only one that still gets Google for free? Because like, and I was like, you know what? Yes, because to be fair, that is absolutely something that you can and should Google, as if you are independently working. If you're already on a call and someone is walking you through how to do some tech things, it is a completely reasonable time to ask, how do I save that as a PDF? Can you just, you're already teaching me things. Mm-hmm. So that's my stance. I'm curious on yours.
Feel the exact same, because I'm like if I was, doing this through the am I the asshole lens, I'm like, you're both assholes. And the boss is probably the bigger asshole for doing it in the way that you did it. Because I would agree with the manager to the sense that we have outsourced a lot of our critical thinking skills to each other, and to tech sources. And part of working in any environment is being able to be resourceful, right? And this was such a simple question. Even if you didn't know the answer, like I'm okay with you not knowing how to do something. There's probably lots of seemingly simple things that I do not know how to do at this point, but could easily Google or ChatGPT it and figure it out, right? And so it's like just a reminder sometimes to ourselves that like, I'm capable, I'm resourceful enough that I could figure this out. I think it was more of the setting that this was done in and the way that it was done that made it incredibly condescending, inappropriate, passive aggressive, unnecessary. Like, you literally said, in the time that it would have taken, it actually took the manager longer to do this whole
to humiliate this person.
Yeah, to do the humiliation setup, which is not good leadership, right? Like, no one wants to work for someone like that. So it's like, even if I can communicate back to you as my employee that, hey, you need to do a better job of being more resourceful. Like, that is a better communication tool than trying to humiliate them, right? Like, because they literally said on the call, oh, hey, after we get off the call, I'm going to send you something that shows you how to do that. Well, in the time that it took you to even say that, you could have either told them how to do it or communicated, hey, it's actually a really simple thing, but I just want you to Google it for yourself so it'll walk you through and visually tell you what you want to do, because I got to hop to another meeting, and I totally believe that you're resourceful enough to figure this out, because once you see the walkthrough, I think you'll understand, right? Like, it would have taken you the same amount of time, if not less, because after the call, then you had to go create the link in Let Me GPT it for you, because it was a customized response in Let Me GPT it for you. Like, the manager literally put in the question for the person to humiliate them, to condescend them. I don't think that's the right way to say
to
that.
Be condescending. Yeah.
To be condescending.
Yeah.
To be passive aggressive, instead of recognizing I'm trying to be an asshole, instead of leveling up my leadership, leveling up my ability to have tough conversations directly to this person, right? Instead of avoiding the conversation altogether and trying to make this person feel stupid. So, like, that's not the way to lead people. It's not the way to get people to be resourceful and critically think. Like, it's the way to get people to feel embarrassed, humiliated, less than, right? Like, and like they have to walk on eggshells around you because now they're not sure if this is a dumb question or not. And that's the worst place that you could leave a team member, is feeling like, I can't be open with you. I can't share with you what I don't know and what I do know, because there's this fear of being embarrassed, being humiliated, feeling like, oh, I guess I should already know this, otherwise they might publicly embarrass me. So it was just absolutely, like, I can see the growth that the team member could have from just like, hey, just trust yourself to be resourceful enough to, figure this out. Maybe you thought it was the right environment because you're already on a training call. I don't fault you for that. Like, that could have been the feedback the leader could have given. Hey, this isn't the appropriate environment for me to be training you on that or giving you this type of feedback. Like, maybe it was a meeting, maybe it was a leadership call. I don't know what the context of that call was that they were on. But if that wasn't the appropriate outlet for her to be asking that, or him or her to be asking that, then that's what you should be communicating. So it's like, okay, I could see where the team member could, try to be more resourceful on your own. And you're the asshole times 10 as the leader for how you handled that situation and how terrible your leadership is. And I can pinpoint 10 different places that you need to grow versus the one place that your team member needs to grow. If we're being totally honest, like, it's pretty appalling that that's how you chose to handle it.
I didn't even know that something like this could exist, because I've never once in my life wanted to pull someone down a peg like that, where you're going to be like, let me show you what an idiot you are. Except for when my children fall, when I tell them to stop doing something and then they get hurt. And I'm like, well,
I told you
so. But but I just cannot fathom treating another human being, let alone someone who's supposed to feel led by you. I cannot imagine treating someone like that. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing behavior on that manager's part. And I wish that instead of stopping, I wish that she'd reported it. I wish she'd publicly shamed this person for acting like that.
There's still time.
A good public shaming is like so empowered. It's literally the biggest payback you can give.
You know, sometimes people need to learn the lesson, and sometimes they will never learn the lesson unless they
They're
feel something.
embarrassed. It hits them where it hurts the most, which is like their ego, right?
I mean, we
Or
used to do
their
public shamings, right?
right
Like I saw that on Game of Thrones.
shame, exactly.
Bring
So
back shame.
bring back shame. Honestly, like yes, bring back Google for sure. You know, people write comments of like ask questions. I see they ask questions and like like an Instagram influencer post something, people asking questions. It's like just Google it. Like Google is free, you know. So yes, bring back Google, YouTube. There is so much that I have never in my life known how to do, but like there is a tutorial on YouTube for you. Like you can learn anything you want on YouTube.
Yes.
Or Google. Also, my best friend Claude walks me through like step by step how to do everything. If I want to code a website or anything like really hard, it's like helps me troubleshoot things. That's like an okay use of AI. Using AI, using fresh water to run a data center to humiliate someone is the lowest
of lows.
Rage.
Bring back shame.
Yeah.
Bring back shame. Bring back, you know, pausing for a second and saying, am I outsourcing my thinking to this other person? And could I just Google this myself? Right? Like, let's bring that back. Because like sometimes like I'll catch myself like if someone's like giving me information about something, even like social things, and they're like, oh, I went to this restaurant, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, where was it? And I'm like, I don't need to ask them where was it. I can Google it now. I can figure out where it is myself. You know, like why am I putting that labor onto them for no reason? Like they already know where it is. But
it's so like there's everything is the information. There's information everywhere. Like so, for example, this is a prime example. I have many friends and all their kids whose kids all play hockey.
I have many friends. Let's just put that.
Many friends whose kids play hockey. And I try to go see their kids, you know, through the season. I am not asking that parent to give me your kid's hockey schedule. No.
Give me your whole schedule.
What team are they on? And I will go find the schedule. You know?
That's nice of you. Yeah.
Because it's all posted everywhere.
It's public information. Yeah.
You can find anything that you want. So just that's what you need to. That's what being a good villager is all about. Like,
right.
I want to support you, or I want to learn, I want to grow, but I'm going to take agency of that process. Whether it's being a supportive friend or being an employee who's like trying to learn something new or trying to level up a skill set. Sometimes it's also really fun to like surprise people by being like, look what I learned how to do. Because they had no idea you were doing it.
You're like in that season right now. Like Emily is like vibe coding. She's like, when I was at New York Tech Week, you probably would have loved it because there was like all these like female vibe coding like work sessions that people were going to. And I was like, Emily would die. She would love to be in a vibe coding session right now.
I would love to because listen, the internet can literally do anything. Yeah. I feel strongly we need to figure out how to do it without depleting the world's water sources, but
it's a trade-off, right? Because like there's things that now we're learning to do that will help the environment in different ways.
Exactly.
So it's like yes, and yes.
But like using it to create this is the worst.
That's a misuse.
Yes. Also using it to Google how do I like, because there's so many things already created, you know, like you could just like, oh my gosh, the amount of times I've had to Google, like, how do I make a Google Sheet formula to do this? You know, do you know what I still can't do? If you get a list of something and you want to like change it to be in different cells, I can't do that. Maybe I'll learn. Maybe I'll teach myself that. Maybe that's my skill of the week.
Like, where are you getting the list from?
Like if you get a list of names and they're just all like blah, and I want them to be in separate cells, I don't know how to do that. I had to ask Gabby to do it for me constantly. Shout out to Gabby. Miss her.
I've done that before myself, so I know you can do that. I had to Google it, and then I followed the buttons, you know?
Yeah.
But
like I can build an AI output tool in like no time, but I cannot work a Google Sheet. But you know what? Google and YouTube will help me. I'm not going to, well, actually I did go to Gabby. So. But not before trying on my own. Not before trying on my own. So
yeah, so that's
anyway, that was a
today's
tangent.
lesson.
I'm just like so sad for this person because there's already such a power imbalance in a workplace, especially like that, to feel like somebody who's like really already stretching and trying to learn to be humiliated like that. Like I have so much empathy for that person that they like put themselves out there, because it is like I've had to ask questions that I'm like, I should know the answer to this. It's embarrassing that I don't. So then to be shamed for that is like, ugh, rage.
Yeah, not just shamed, like literally humiliated. So it's like, just think about as a leader, like what type of leader do you want to be? And is there ever a situation where you feel like it is appropriate, or the character that you want to embody, that you would stoop to the low of humiliating someone?
Right.
Like, when is it appropriate to try to actively humiliate someone to get them to learn the thing that they're asking you? Never, right? Like, that's again lazy leadership, right? Like, and it took you more work to do that. So not lazy in the sense of like the effort, but literally lazy in your attitude, your ability to have higher level conversations, to get the output and value out of people that they're capable of. Like, those things require you to think, and for you to you know have have better leadership. And it's lazy to just go, I'm just going to humiliate this person instead.
Right. Oh my gosh.
So do
So
better.
don't do that. Don't ever do that. Okay.
Ever do that. If you feel the need to do that, and because there's a situation that was really bothering you at work, please just message me on Instagram and I'll tell you how to respond instead.
Or just like vent to someone else. Some of my best like instructions or boundary settings comes out of like the word vomit vent with my like most trusted person, where you're like, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, okay, well, like let's distill that into like an actual boundary or lesson or whatever to make this
Or
useful.
request or expectation. Yeah.
Yes. So
yeah, because it's like, maybe you just set an expectation or a boundary that like, hey, these are like types of question that I really expect you to Google on your own. But I always want to be a safe space for you to ask things that you
yeah,
don't know how to figure
and
out.
just know the answer might be Google it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Well,
all right. We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.